Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing T Street. Today's message is one that I heard during the pandemic, and it was something that resonated with me. And every now and then, when I'm tempted to whine and complain, I remind myself of this message that I heard and the analogy that just kind of stuck with me. And so I wanted to share it with some of you. I was talking with someone 2 days ago, and every single word out of their mouth was a complaint. There was nothing good happening in their lives. And it occurred to me that this is someone who continually says the phrase from the Bible that says that life and death rest in the power of our own tongues. And yet she doesn't understand that life and death rest in the power of our own tongues. And so I shared this message with her, and I thought I would share it with some of you because sometimes I too, the human me, has to be reminded of the same message. And sometimes that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to sharpen each other. So today, I wanted to share this concept with you. If you spend all of your time complaining, one, it doesn't afford you to receive all the blessings. Good morning, Bree. That should be coming into your life because life and death really does rest in the power of our own tongues. And so, if all you ever are filled with is complaints, my question is, when do you have time to give thanks? If all of your time is consumed with complaints. But the other piece is, I remember hearing this story during the, like I said, during the pandemic, that I can't even remember who preached the sermon, but it was, they were talking about that there is a species of crane that when they fly, they squawk. Sometimes you hear them, and that's a species of crane. And it only happens when they fly. The unfortunate thing about that is when they are squawking, the birds of prey can find out where they are because they recognize the squawk. And so it invites in the enemies to come and prey upon their flesh because their own mouths betray them. And so one of the things that they do as they become more mature is that they stop before they start to fly and they pick up a rock. And what it does is it allows the rock in there allows their beak to close over the rock, to hold it in their mouth so that when they fly, they don't make the squawking noise, which then doesn't invite the enemies. Sometimes, in the carnal sense, when we're always squawking, we invite the enemies in to prey upon us. They come and they steal our ideas. They come and they take the blessings that are rightfully ours because we didn't appreciate them because we're always complaining. But it also invites the enemy of our soul in to rest, rule, and prey on us when all we have time to do is complain. And so I didn't just come to tell you this, I came to remind me this as well, that sometimes it's important to not complain and just put a rock in it. What rock? I go to the rock of my salvation, the stone that the builders rejected. That's the rock that we ought to put in our mouths. And we should be going to Ephesians instead and speaking the word of God over our own lives and over the lives of the people that we care about and over the lives of our community. We ought to be speaking Ephesians 1 and 2, which tells us the word of God, what is for us, who God says that we are. And no matter what the circumstances are that we are experiencing, sometimes if we just put a rock, the rock in it, it changes the whole circumstances and it surely backs up our enemies. So the next time you're getting ready to complain or to use your tongue to destroy a blessing that God already has placed in place for you, put a rock in it. I'm the amazing T Street, but you know what? There's absolutely positively nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. So today, rather than complain, close your beak, put a rock in it, and watch God be God. Have an amazing day.